Are you trying to get into competitive Fortnite but you don't know where to start? This is the perfect video for you. I'll tell you about the easiest tournaments to make money in and how you can qualify for your first finals in Fortnite tournaments. So the first thing you need to learn about when you're getting into Fortnite competitive is all the different types of tournaments there are. As of right now, the only types of game modes you can earn money from is solos, duos, and squads. Solos takes place with a victory cup format, which basically means once you qualify to the finals, if you win a game, you get $100. The placement you need to qualify for finals is different for every region, so I'll put the requirements on screen now. Next format I'd like to go over is the Squads Victory Cash Cup, which is in the same format as the Solo Victory Cash Cup, except obviously it's in squads instead. The amount of people that qualify for every region is the same, and it's top 150 squads. The next tournament I'm going to go over is the Duos Cash Cup. Unlike the victory tournaments, the top 50 duos qualify for the finals in each region. The Duos Cash Cup also puts less emphasis on wins, and you get rewarded more for getting eliminations and consistent placement. The next tournament I'm going to be talking about is the Fortnite Champion Series, also known as the FNCS. It's the same exact format as the Duos Cash Cup point-wise, but it has a lot more rounds to it, and it's super complicated, so I would recommend watching another video on it if you're really interested. What I will say is that it only happens once a season, and it's super important because you can make a lot of money from it if you're really good. Here are a couple of important things I want to say before I finish off this section. The first important thing is solos and duos both have zero build modes you can still make money from in tournaments. They're the exact same as the build version, except you just can't build. Same prize pools and everything. The second important thing you need to note is that no tournaments are fill, so you have to queue with somebody that's in your party every single game. The next important thing you need to know about playing in tournaments is that they all require you to be at a specific rank. I'm not going to go into the specific details for each tournament, but all you need to know is that if you're plat, you'll be good to go in any tournament. If you're going to be playing in zero build tournaments, make sure you reach plat and zero build rank so you can compete in those. Alright, now it's time for me to give you guys some extra tips for those of you guys who stayed around to the end of the video. The first thing you guys need to know, especially if you're just starting out, is that practice makes perfect, and it may take a while for you to get where you want to be, but if you practice enough, you will get there one day. The second tip I would give is to make sure you find a good teammate, because that could completely make or break a tournament. If you have a bad teammate, you're not going to do well. If you have a teammate that's your skill level or maybe a little bit better, you could actually do pretty well. My third tip to you, and this is one that I actually do a lot, is to watch professional players play. Because if you watch them enough, you'll start replicating their habits, and it'll just make you an overall much better player. The fourth tip is play in every single tournament that you can, because experience is super important, and you'll always get better after every tournament. Alright guys, the next thing I'm going to get into is the difference between an IGL and a Fragger, and if you don't know what that means, basically, those are the two main roles for duos competitive Fortnite. Alright guys, and the first role I'm going to be explaining is the IGL, which stands for in-game leader. And basically all they're going to do is just lead the team. They're going to tell you what fights to take and when to take them and when to go to Storm Circle and stuff like that. Now that you know what an IGL does, I'm going to be explaining to you what the role of the Fragger does. And then you can decide whether you want to be the IGL or the Fragger in your duo. So basically what the Fragger is going to do is be super aware, and they're like the better fighter. So while the IGL is leading, they're looking for fights, and especially in the end game and like the super stacked end games, they're just looking for refreshes and shooting people. So now that you know what both roles do, it's super important that you decide which one you want to be. Alright guys, that is the very end of the video. Thank you so much for watching and staying till the end, and yeah, hopefully you learned something from it.